Have you ever ran into a situation where you had to serve hundreds of people at one time? How do you do that? How do you even start? Stay tuned and I'll explain how I can serve pancakes to 200 people easily. Okay, so you're taking a look at serving pancakes to 200 people. That's a lot. How are you going to do it? Where do you start? Well, grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Your to-do list is going to save you. You're going to write it down, you're going to refer to it, and at the end, you're going to double check it to make sure you've got it all done. First up, determine how many people that you're serving. For me, we were serving an elementary school, so that was 173 students, and we were also including the staff, which was about 20 extra people. So it was just under 200, so I always round up, so I counted myself as serving 200 people. For our menu that day, we were going to be doing pancakes with butter, syrup, and whipped cream, sausages, juice boxes, and fresh oranges. Because it's an elementary school, they can eat fairly small portions. So I account for approximately 3 pancakes per student as well as 3 sausages. Now keep in mind, some kids might eat 4, 5, or 6 pancakes or sausages, but some kids might eat 1 or 2, or no sausages or no pancakes, etc. So my rule of 3 per person has usually worked out well. I also account for 1 juice for each child as well as 1 small orange. Now when it comes time for the syrup and the butter, I just kind of wing it. The syrup, I just grab 2 huge jugs from Costco, and the butter, I just grab a biggest thing of margarine I can find and we just portion it out into bowls. So here was my actual list for this week's pancake brunch. As I said before, there was 173 kids and 20 adults, so 193 people to sit. I just rounded up to 200 just in case there's an extra teacher on that day I don't know of, and just to make the number easier to work with. I account for approximately 3 pancakes per child or staff member, as well as 3 sausages each. The butter, I actually buy margarine, and I just buy the largest container that there is and portion it out into disposable bowls. We had 24 tables with 8 people sitting at each. So my original thought was to buy 12 cans of whipped cream. From Costco, they come in a 2-pack for about $8. When I was there, I figured the kids would probably love more rather than less. So I grabbed 20 whipped creams at about $8 per 2-pack. As well as the syrup, it's a little bit hard to judge. I remember last year we had 1 full jug and it was pretty tight getting all the kids done. So this year I grabbed 2 because they're pretty cheap. The large jugs from Costco are about $8 each. We just portioned them into styrofoam cups and carefully had adults pour it on the kids' pancakes for them. With the oranges, there was about 30 to 35 small little cutie mandarin oranges in each mesh bag. So I purchased 5 of them. It was perfect for 1 for each, plus we had some spares as well. I got red and green cutlery from the dollar store. We needed 200 of each, plus napkins for our place settings. The plates I purchased at the dollar store as well. They were a pack of 18 for $1.25. We got some pretty cute festive ones. There were Santa ones and snowman as. And then we purchased tablecloths. We had 24 tables, as I mentioned. We also had 4 serving tables. So I grabbed 28 of the just plastic disposable type fancy festive tablecloths to brighten up the gym. This is how we had our gym set. There was 10 or 11 tables down each side, a couple in the middle, and as you can see at the far end, there was 2 tables stuck together as one set of buffet tables, and over on the end of the gym, you can't see, there was another set for a second buffet serving area. The students had just had their Christmas concert this week, so they had beautiful decorations and Christmas trees in the gym that added to the festivities. Here's how we portioned out our syrup. I had saved a couple of our syrup containers over the years, so we had a couple. I think there's even an empty ketchup container you can see there that we use for syrup, and then poured it into styrofoam cups. We had adults walking around helping the children, and we just poured it on. In order to pull off heating this much food for a large amount of people, we used 7 of these plug-in roasters. We heated up approximately 650 sausages, which was 13 packages from Costco. So each roaster had about 325 pre-cooked turkey sausages in them. I like using pre-cooked sausages because that way I don't have to worry about any sausages being undercooked. You do still have to reheat them to a temperature of 165 degrees, and we had to do a lot of stirring as some of them would get dark if it was touching the edges of the roasters, but all in all, we were able to get them all heated to an appropriate temperature for serving. We use these ones from Costco. They're the Smoky River Meat Company. They're made in Canada, no fillers, no preservatives, no MSG, and fully cooked, which it makes it, I feel, a safer choice for heating when you're having to cook that many at a time. All right, here's my pancake secret. No name, pre-cooked, already done buttermilk pancakes from the Superstore. That's right, I'm not sitting here flipping pancakes. I love these pancakes. They're the perfect thinness. They warm up so easy. They're all pretty much identical looking, which makes the kids happy. They're not dealing with some that are too thick, some that are kind of burnt. Every pancake looks the same. Now these come as either an 8-pack from Superstore, or you can order them as a 24-pack. I don't know if you can get these just in their cooler section or the freezer, I mean. However, I just call the frozen foods guy and I order them. And I always order them about 3 weeks before we actually need them because sometimes they have a hard time getting them in. These are so reasonably priced. They're about $4.50 per bag of 24. They come 8 bags to a case. So I purchased 4 cases, which was more than enough to serve 200 people and cost us, I think it was $135 when I took out a couple bags. I took a few bags out and paid separately for them. So it was basically 3.5 cases, and that was more than enough to serve the 200 people. Now, to warm these up, I had 5 moms in their own kitchens helping me out. Each of them had a plug-in roaster, a roll of parchment paper, and about 120 pancakes each to warm up. The way we do it is we put a light layer of parchment paper on the bottom of each roaster. Then we go to the microwave. We'd take a dinner plate, put about 6 pancakes down, a layer of parchment, another 6 pancakes, a layer of parchment, and microwave them for about 60 seconds. This should warm all the pancakes if they are thawed. Then when they're warm, we just flop them into the roaster, leaving the parchment in between so they don't stick, and do another batch. So it takes about 10 plates of heating for each mom to fill their roaster with about 120 pancakes each. So I had 2 of these roasters warming at the school. You can see these ones started to get a little brown around the edges. We just kept stirring them. They turned out really great. And then I had the 5 moms bring me their roasters with the warmed pancakes right before our serving time. In the meantime, I had about 6 moms and a couple students helping us set the tables in the gym with the tablecloths, the festive plates, oranges, syrup, butter, napkins, cutlery, and it looked really cute. Here's a quick scribbled breakdown of my budget. Altogether, I spent just over $600, and this is how it got broken down. Pancakes were about 19 cents each, so for 3 of them was about 57 cents per person. Sausages for 3 each worked out to about 96 cents per person. Juice with deposit about 38 cents. An orange was about 23 cents. Cutlery about 8 cents. Napkins, I don't think I accounted for that, but that was just a cent or 2. Plate was about 7 cents. Whipped cream, I did buy quite a bit, so it was about 40 cents per person. Tablecloth worked out to about 15 cents per person, but they really were instrumental in the decoration of the gym. Syrup was about 8 cents per person, and margarine maybe about 5. So altogether, it worked out to about $2.97 per person for a full pancake sausage brunch. This was a parent advisory, paid for free brunch for the students, so we didn't have to worry about charging per plate, so the students all just got to enjoy it for free. I had a budget of $700, so I was really happy to come in under budget and still be able to provide a lunch that stuffed the students and the staff. If you are planning a large gathering with food, remember your to-do list. It will keep you organized. Get it all mapped out in the beginning and you won't have any surprises along the way. Make sure you have enough volunteers. The planning and shopping can be done by one person, but in order to pull it off, you really do need a small army of people. As I mentioned, I had 5 moms at home and about 6 at the school and several others that arrived just in time for us to serve. We had about 15 moms all together to pull it off. 3 on each end of the gym at the buffet tables handing out the sausages and pancakes, and a whole army of us running around the gym, cutting pancakes, pouring syrup, and spraying whipped cream. So that's it. It might not be easy, but it's definitely not hard to plan and pull off a successful pancake sausage brunch for hundreds of people. Best of luck to you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free and post them below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. If you haven't yet clicked the subscribe button, do so now. And stay tuned for more videos on couponing, saving money, how to feed your family on a budget, and more things like that. Thanks for watching and have a great day. See you next time.